Hi, welcome back or welcome if you're new. Today's video is a few exercises to help with our balance. Our balance can be affected by multiple different factors. Things like our nervous system. If we're feeling anxious or stressed and we're more in that sympathetic state, then our balance will reduce. It can be affected by whether we've had a good night's sleep, our hormones, if we've eaten or not, if we feel like we're in a safe space where we're balancing. There are so many things that go into whether we're having a better balanced day or a slightly wobbly day. So don't worry if this is not a linear path heading towards better and better balance. There are days for everybody where they feel a little bit more wobbly and days where you feel a bit more stable. It can even change from hour to hour. But these are a couple of exercises that help work with our brain-body connection to, over time, increase our balance and increase our stability, not only in balancing poses, but in our everyday life. So when you're ready, you don't need to be wearing anything particularly yogic-like for this. You can do this in whatever you're stood up in. You don't even need your yoga mat. Just find yourself a comfortable space. Make sure you feel safe in that space, and we'll get started. Just a quick disclaimer, we are going to be doing some balancing with our eyes closed, so please make sure you've got enough space around you that if you have a little topple, you're not going to knock into anything and hurt yourself. Always practice safely, and if you've got someone else around, it's a good idea to practice with them watching you, just to make sure. Enjoy the practice. Lovely. So the first thing we're going to do is tune in. Tune into our breath, tune in into our body. As I said, one factor in our balance is whether we feel safe and centered. So our breathing can really help with that. On a physiological level, our breathing helps with that intrinsic core, which deals with our balance. So our intra-abdominal pressure helps us to balance, helps the body to adjust in all those ways to keep us upright. Also, our breathing helps to bring us into a balanced state in our nervous system. When our nervous system is balanced and we feel safe and comfortable, our balance improves. So the first thing we're going to do is tune into our breath. Find a comfortable place to stand. Our left hand is going to come onto our heart center, our right hand coming over our belly, and just gently lowering the gaze or closing the eyes. And just spend a moment bringing the awareness in. Check in and notice how you're feeling within yourself. Try not to attribute positive or negative, good or bad. Just notice how you're feeling in this moment. This can be another way to help our nervous system, allowing all feelings, whether they're physical, emotional, mental, to just be as they are. No need to change them. Try not to see them as a negative or a positive. Try not to define them or give them a story. Just allow anything you feel in this moment to be as it is. Allow the nervous system to feel safe with the fluctuations of our emotions. Let the awareness come to settle on the breath and follow the flow of breath in and out of the body. Start to deepen the inhale and lengthen the exhale. Breathing through the nose as best as you can. When we breathe through our nose, we bring ourselves more towards the parasympathetic state. When we move into the parasympathetic nervous system, we're moving into that feeling of safety, that rest and digest side of the nervous system. Our physiology knows that when we're breathing through the mouth, it means it's a time of exertion, a time of potential danger. We have to escape something. So one simple way to bring yourself more towards balance in the nervous system, or towards that parasympathetic state, is to simply switch to breathing through the nose. Don't worry though if that doesn't feel good today, if it makes you feel short of breath. Just breathe through the nose as often as you can. And this is a practice. We don't have to be perfect at it today. Notice your breathing. As you inhale, notice the body expanding into the palms. And as you exhale, let the body settle. Consciously expand with the inhale. Again, those full breaths allow the nervous system to know we're in a safe state. Particularly notice that bottom hand and the belly expanding into that palm. When we take those full deep breaths, letting the diaphragm lower down to expand in the lungs, we let the nervous system know we're in a place of safety. Breathing can be slow and steady. When we send the breath only to the top part of our lungs, the nervous system believes it's time for exertion, time to escape. So again, that simple change of breathing all the way into our center helps to bring the nervous system into balance. I'll just take a couple more breaths here. And then we're going to bring the hands to prayer in front of the heart. We're going to keep the eyes closed. The next exercise we're going to do is with the eyes closed, we're simply going to move the weight around the feet. So both feet firmly on the ground, easing the weight slowly in circles. So that movement doesn't need to be big. Just ease the weight forward, to the side, back, over to the other side. With our eyes closed, we're really working with the vestibular system. And that inner ear that helps to deal with dizziness, motion sickness. You might find sometimes that with the eyes closed, you do feel a little bit motion sick as you move. We have less signals for the brain to know where it is in space, our proprioception. You'd be surprised how much we use our visual understanding to help inform our brain as to where our body is. We'll take the circles in the opposite direction. And without thinking about it, we notice, we look, we take in information, and we let the brain know where we are. So when we close the eyes, we start to build up that connection, that brain-body connection that starts to really improve our balance. Notice the balance points and all those tiny adjustments the body makes to keep you nice and upright. Great. We'll bring the weight back to center. Take a big breath in and then sigh the breath out. Great. We'll release the hands. Give everything a little wriggle. And that little wriggle again is a bit of a nervous system reset, so it can help when we're doing something where the nervous system is going, oh, what's happening? Have a little wriggle. It helps to just do a little down regulation and reset. Fab. So the next exercise we are going to do, we will do from tree pose. Now, if tree isn't available to you today, you can do it just with the heel lifted, the knee turned out. You can even do this one with a wall for a bit of support or a chair. So grab a wall if you want to, and you'll just use one arm instead of both, or have the toes down, or if it feels okay, turning one knee out, bringing the toes up to the calf or the inside of the thigh. Great. So once we're here, we'll bring the hands to prayer. With an inhale, we're going to lift the chin up towards the corner of the room, and then we'll exhale and lower the chin down towards the opposite shoulder. So the inhale is looking up and wobbling, and the exhale, draw the chin down. Don't worry about wobbles, just go with them. Wobbling's normal. Lifting the chin up at that little diagonal and then down. Well done. Bring the head back to center. We're going to release that foot. We're going to go on the other side. So turn the left knee out. Again, toes could stay down. You could hold onto a chair or a wall. Foot to calf or foot to the inside of the thigh. Hands to prayer. So we're going in the opposite direction, lifting the gaze up at a diagonal towards the corner of the room. And then all the way down, chin towards the opposite shoulder. So it is taking the gaze in that diagonal up and then down. Well done, one more. Great, I'm off to the side. Well done, we'll come back to center. Again, we're going to come into tree. Turn the knee out, toes down, foot to calf, or foot coming up to the inside of the thigh. This time we're going to take the hands out in front. You can have the fingers curled in, but we want the thumbs sticking up in front. This is where if you're holding onto something, you can do this with just one hand. We're going to take the same arm to the leg, so whichever leg you're on, out to the side and follow that thumb. We'll then bring the hand back to center. Then if you've got both arms free, we'll go to the other side following that thumb. Great, back to center. Well done. We'll pop the foot down. Give the legs a little wriggle if you want. Weight into the other leg and we'll swap sides. Bringing the foot up. Hands out in front. I'm wobbling already. Well done. So we're taking the same arm to leg out to the side, following that thumb with the gaze. Back to center. And then we'll go out to the other side. I'm off completely. And then back to center. Well done. Lower the hands, give everything a wriggle. As you can see, external factors affect our balance. So as a really good example, for me, standing in front of a camera is quite a nerve-wracking thing. It's not something that comes to me naturally. So because of that, my balance is affected because I'm heading more towards a sympathetic state. Although in theory, my logical brain understands that I am in no danger with this camera in front of me, my nervous system hasn't quite caught up with that idea. So I feel a sense of danger standing and filming in my nervous system. And because of that, my balance is reduced. So I want you to know that there is not there's not a moment where everything is just going to fall into place and your balance will be perfect for an eternity. It will ebb and flow, and that is normal and natural. When you're ready, we will go on to the last exercise we're going to do to help improve our balance. We're going to stand again with our eyes closed, hands in prayer in front of the heart. We're going to take the weight into one foot, little bend in the knee, and we're just going to slide the other toes out in front, nice and slowly. So you can keep the toes down on the ground. Then we're going to take those toes out to the side. We'll bring them back to center. And then draw that foot in. And transfer the weight back to center. Great. We're going to bend into the opposite leg. Weight into that foot. Slide the other foot out in front. Nice and slowly, toes out to the side. Back to center. And then bring that foot in. Great. Transfer the weight back to center. Spend a moment, maybe take a full breath in. And then sigh the breath out. We're going to do that twice more on either side. So weight into one foot, slide the other foot out in front, keeping those eyes closed. If you like, you could maybe lift the foot just a little off the ground. Take that leg out to the side, tap the toes down at any point when you need to. Find that extra bit of contact to help inform the brain as to where the body is. And we'll bring that foot back to center, and then slide the foot in. Great, swapping sides. Take the foot out in front. If you like, lifting the foot just a little off the ground. Out to the side. Remember, tap the toes down whenever you need to. All the way back to center. And then bring the foot in. Great. Again, nice bend in the opposite leg. Last time on either side. Take the foot out in front. Keep the breathing nice and steady. Remember that slow, steady breath helps with the balance. That intra-abdominal pressure, breathing and fully expanding. Over to the other side. Great. Then back to center. Bring the foot in, pop the foot down, find that balance again between both feet. Big breath in, and exhale. Lovely. Release the hands, give everything a little wriggle. Great. So, those are just a few exercises you can do regularly to help improve your balance. They're things that you can do whilst you're waiting for the kettle to boil, whilst you're chatting to someone. Let them know what you're doing so they don't think you're odd. But they're just little things you can add into your day. They don't have to be a big yoga practice. You can just spend some time seeing if you can close the eyes, take the foot around. We're working with that proprioception, moving our body and trying to build up that brain-body connection. Another thing that I often recommend to my students is to do this whilst you're brushing your teeth. I recommend keeping your eyes open for this one. It's enough to be brushing your teeth and balancing at the same time. The great thing is you've got the sink there to hold on to, stand in tree or any other pose you want to. Eagle's quite a nice one. And brush your teeth at the same time. And that distraction and the extra job you're asking your brain and body to do helps to build up that balance. So yeah, let me know how you get on. I think these are very valuable exercises to add in whatever age you are. There used to be a theory that our balance decreases as we age, and there's nothing we can do about that. I'm not sure where that theory came from, but recent research has shown that working on our balance regularly can help to improve it, and therefore when we reach an age where it's really crucial to have good balance, when we're struggling to get out of the bath, we're falling over and breaking things, we've given ourselves a head start to keep that balance nice and strong before we reach the point where it becomes a problem. So, as I say, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you got on. Let me know how all that balancing is going, and I hope to see you here again soon. Om Shanti.